People around the world are talking about police brutality and acts of violence that have taken the lives of so many black men, including George Floyd. On May 25, 2020, Floyd died after Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin put his knee on his neck for more than 8 minutes. After being fired from the police, Chauvin was arrested and charged with third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. While people are reacting to the news in a variety of ways, late-night host Jimmy Kimmel used his monologue to slam President Donald Trump's reaction to the ensuing protests in cities throughout the country. Early on May 29, 2020, around 1 a.m., President Trump used Twitter to share his thoughts about looting and send a warning to Americans. He tweeted, "These thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty and we will assume control, but when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you." According to the Associated Press, Trump's tweets borrowed a phrase once used by former Miami Police Chief Walter Headley in a 1967 speech outlining his department's efforts to combat young hoodlums who have taken advantage of the civil rights campaign. In the speech, Headley said his department had been successful because I've let the word filter down that when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Trump claimed he didn't know the origins of the phrase, but Twitter flagged the president's post, saying that the tweet violated Twitter's rules about glorifying violence. That decision spawned controversy too, and plenty of people had something to say about it, including Kimmel, who used his platform to criticize Trump's choice of words.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, instead of trying to make peace, Donald Trump makes a threat, a violent threat.
Kimmel does not shy away from controversial topics or political discourse, and he stayed true to form when he took President Trump to task on his late show on May 29, 2020.
Is this who you want leading us? A president who clearly and intentionally inflames violence in the middle of a riot to show how tough he is?
The talk show host specifically criticized the president threatening to put members of the military and National Guard in the position of having to shoot their fellow Americans. Kimmel summed up his thoughts on the matter by saying, "Enough is enough. We gotta vote this guy out already." During the monologue, Kimmel also discussed the repetitive cycle that ensues when a racially charged incident involving law enforcement occurs in the United States. According to Kimmel, the way the nation's commander-in-chief is conducting himself during this time of crisis is doing more harm than good.
And our disgusting excuse for a president, Mr. Tough Guy, Donnie Bone Spurs, decides, I know what I'll do, I'll make this worse.
Trump said his tweets were misconstrued and responded by signing an executive order to try to repeal Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, legislation which grants internet platforms immunity from being held responsible for user-generated content. As the president sparred with social media, Kimmel concluded his monologue by calling out an institutional double standard that has continued to leave so many people vulnerable to police injustice in the United States. Kimmel told his viewers,
"When you stand in front of the flag, you put your hand on your heart and you pledge allegiance with liberty and justice for all. We don't have that for all."
Kimmel called out President Donald Trump's controversial tweets, but he also attempted to keep the spotlight on the bigger issue. Kimmel said on his show, "I don't want to make this about Donald Trump because this sense of hopelessness and frustration that black people in this country have been experiencing has been brewing for a long time. This is not on the government, it's on us." He ended his monologue with a video by actor Tyler Merritt called "Before You Call the Cops."
It's a shame it even had to be made, but it's very powerful, and I think it's worth seeing, especially right now.
In the video, the actor and comedian looks directly into the camera and introduces himself by listing some of his interests. He thinks bananas are disgusting, likes basketball and hockey, and loves his mom and dad. He teaches Sunday school, has tried goat yoga, and loves Alabama Crimson Tide football. His point is crystal clear. He's a human being, not someone who can be reduced to a simple stereotype or skin color.
I hate that anyone at all might possibly be afraid of me. I just wanted you to get to know me better before you called the cops.
Trump may not watch Kimmel's show, but if the president did catch that segment, he might have heard Merritt share a pointed, somewhat sympathetic message.
I don't hate our president. I pray for him.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about current events and breaking stories are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.